Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I think we have had a session together earlier, correct?
Yes, yes, we
One
had
or two
one
sessions?
session.
One
One
session.
session only. Yes.
Okay, okay, great. I think it was some time back. Okay, let's get started then with today's session. Have you read the document, by the way?
Okay. Yeah, I read it maybe yesterday, but I cannot recall it now.
Okay. Today, actually, we are here to speak about selling things, and usually a thing which is not easy to sell. The topic actually is about wacky things. A wacky thing is a thing that it's somewhat crazy, something that you can laugh upon, and you have to sell it to me, and you have to make it sound a very serious thing. But I literally don't feel that it should be done, because sometimes I feel that it only turns into a very humorous session. We can try that also if you want, but I would suggest that we first of all start with something more serious thing, and then we get to that. How do you like this
Okay,
idea?
yeah, fine.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
okay,
as you say.
sure. Okay, so if you had to sell a guitar to me, and I'm a
Okay.
person who is not into guitar, although I play guitar, but still, if I don't play the guitar and if I am not into music at all, how are you going to sell the guitar to me? Okay, you have to tell me some points that you would say while selling the guitar to me. You have to make it sound very necessary for me, and it's not a thing of luxury, but it should be a thing of necessity. Only then a person would buy it. Okay. If you want time, I can give you 1 minute. If you don't want it, you can start anytime.
Okay. Guitar. Okay, so when it comes to guitar, I'll definitely like try to convince you to please
No,
learn
directly
guitar.
convince me. Don't tell me that you would convince me. Just say the sentences directly.
Okay.
Consider me as your buyer now,
Okay.
and you are a guitar seller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You should buy guitar because guitar is something very attractive, especially when it comes to girls. Girls find it very attractive when someone
Okay.
know how to play guitar. And music is something everyone, it is not everyone's cup of tea. And you know
Okay.
music, how to play guitar, I think obviously
It
it
would
will
take a lot of
definitely.
time, Arushi. I think, learning guitar, I have seen many of my friends, they started learning guitar, they left it midway. Why? Because it used to hurt their fingers a lot. And it's a very long process. So I don't think I would want to buy the guitar.
Okay, it's a long process, but it's up to you, like how quickly you can learn. And obviously, if you feel that okay, after learning guitar, I will have a good friend circle, or I would have advantage of it. So I think you can learn it. And when it comes to like learning, if you get a good trainer, you can learn it quickly. So it's not like you cannot learn it. People who leave it midway, maybe because they are not that uh,
Consistent.
consistent, or they are not that much of
Serious.
interest, that much interested in learning guitar. Maybe that's why they leave it
Oh,
midway. But yeah.
okay. Yeah, that was helpful. That was helpful. Okay. Now, if you had to sell me a flower pot, okay, I just have one right here. So, if you had to sell me a
Mhm.
flower pot, how would you sell it? And I am a person who is always into development, concrete, nothing related to plants and all. Although my room is always full of plants, but just imagine today I'm speaking of something different. So, you have to sell a flower pot to me, and I am a very bad person in terms of afforestation. I'm against it somehow. Tell me, how are you going to
Okay.
sell it?
Okay, I think you should buy a flower pot because flowers are always beautiful. It gives you positive vibes only. And as you say, you are a messy person, or you're not with, you have no relation with plants and flowers. I think you should try it. It will change you a bit, maybe. And obviously, it will give you a fresh start if you look
It
at the
takes a lot
flower
of place
pot.
in my room. I have a very small room, and I like to keep things very much organized. Whenever you have plants on your desk, you have to pour water on them timely, and I am a very indisciplined person. So maybe I would waste it. Moreover, sometimes when you pour water on the plant, it sometimes spills out of the pot. So it makes it very horrible. The desk looks so clumsy. So why should I do it if I can have a good fragrance in my room just by artificial fragrance also? That is also possible.
Okay. Artificial things can give you freshness, fragrance for sometimes only, but when you use natural things and you are like asking about the place, it will not take or it will not consume you a lot of space. It can be adjusted in very small place, and uh, you can keep it in the window also if you don't want to
Hmm.
keep it on the desk. It will be useful, and the pouring water thing also would not be the issue if you keep it on the window in the window.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that would be.
Okay. Yeah. That is very much convincing. Although I am very much convinced about planting trees and plants. I already do it a lot. Okay.
Wow.
But one thing that is missing right now, Arishi, is that you're not describing the product. You're just getting into convincing me. That is fine. But describe the product also. For example, just give me a second. I'll just lift the plant.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So here is this plant. See. So this is the closest one to my desk right now. So just look at it and try to describe it. Why should I buy it? The color, the kind of stems it has, and the freshness it gives. All such things should also be included, right? Some color could have been a better suggestion when it comes to describing it. So you should have said that the color is so cool that whenever you're concentrating on some work, like you are a person who is into content, so it's important for you to find peace also because creativity happens when you find peace. Such sentences. This is what is missing right now. Okay, just
Okay.
relate it with an emotion, right? Now you've got the tip, now you can do it easily, but
Okay.
relate it with an emotion. Like the white color can be compared to the white canvas that you should have while
Yeah.
creating something new. Your mind should be completely fresh and raw while you're creating something new. So that's very important. And then the green color can speak about peace and whatever it gives you. So such things can be inculcated. Okay, let me keep it very safely
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So likewise, you have to sell me different things. Okay. Now let's go to another thing and let me find an air conditioner. An air
Air
conditioner.
conditioner.
Yeah. Why should I buy an AC? Tell me that. And your company's AC. Okay. So you have to describe its features and everything. Why should I buy it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just imagine that you're living in Mumbai, not in Uttarakhand. Otherwise, I would not be able to sell you
You
air
would be
conditioner.
able to actually. It's very humid over here today. So that is why.
Really? Okay. But for
In
today
some places.
only. What about
No,
the
no,
other
not
days?
like that. Actually, I would clarify something there because I'm from Uttarakhand and you remember that. That's so good. Although I did not remember that you are from Mumbai because I meet a lot of people, so it becomes difficult.
No, no, no.
Uh,
I'm not from Mumbai. I'm just giving an example because the weather is
okay,
always humid there. Yeah.
and you're from
I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra.
yeah Maharashtra, but
Yeah.
the temperature is almost the same there. I think because it's a coastal state, so it is very humid and hot.
Yes.
Although
Yes.
Nagpur and Maharashtra, no, Nagpur and Mumbai are very much far away. But in
Yeah.
Uttarakhand, we feel that it's too cold every time. Like once what happened, I called one of my clients from Bangalore, and he never visited Uttarakhand, right? And he just Googled that I live in Haldwani. Haldwani is a place in Nainital district. Now, Nainital is
Okay.
considered to be a very cool place. When you're in
Yeah.
Nainital, Nainital is also a city, right? So Haldwani is a very close city to Nainital, but it is almost in the plains. Like I am not living in the mountains right now, but I can see mountains very clearly. It's just 5 kilometers walk
Yeah.
from my house. That's it, right? But I am not actually in the mountains. So people feel that if you come down to Haldwani, it would be very cold and freezing cold. So I saw that person who came from Bangalore with big boots and an overcoat and a big hat. So he thought he bought
Okay.
all such things because you don't require such things in Bangalore actually. You need such things
Yeah.
in Uttarakhand. So he thought that
Yeah.
it would be like that, right? He went actually to the Decathlon store and he bought a lot of things from there so that he could visit Uttarakhand. So as soon as he
Okay.
came down to the hotel where we were supposed to meet, I was laughing out loud at him. So the meeting
Oh my
started that
God.
way. Yeah, so that was so humorous. So just a clarification in Uttarakhand, actually in this part, Haldwani part and Nainital district, it's very hot. It's not that cool and so. But in the winters you get some very cold weather here. But in summers it's very hot also at times because of global warming taking its peak. So that's the reason. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
You were
As
selling me
you
something. Hmm.
Yes, I'm telling you air conditioner
Yeah,
because
please.
I think the weather is very humid over there, and I think you
Yeah.
should buy air conditioner. It would calm your mind as your content, as your writer, maybe I'm not sure, sorry, as your writer, you would get that peace with when you have fresh air and
Hmm.
cool atmosphere around
Don't
you.
you think I should sit outside
In
under a tree? That would be more helpful for me. Fresh air.
Okay, but you think about sitting outside, you can sit in the evening only. Maybe that is also for 1 or 2 hours, one or
Yeah,
two hours,
that's
and
true.
maybe in the morning only. But when you
Mhm.
have air conditioner, you can, like, whenever you feel like writing or whenever you have thoughts in mind, you can sit calmly and you can write down your thoughts. AC is always calm you down.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think of course
Actually,
you should buy.
that is so convincing, and I am really interested in buying your company's air conditioner. Although you did not tell a lot of qualities of your air conditioner, but still, we'll come to that. But I feel I am a person who is very much close to the environment. You already saw a plant, by my side. It means I'm very much careful about saving the environment. And I have heard that when you use ACs, it leaves out emits some very harmful gases. I don't want to be a part of that that generation which spoils
No,
the whole
no.
nature.
Our AC is giving very natural air, and it's the
Oh.
air is virus free. Now we all are facing COVID and pandemic, so I think that AC will benefit you a lot.
Okay.
It keeps away all the viruses in your home, and it gives you fresh air. It would not consume a lot of electricity, so that is also a benefit. And now we are selling it with discount, so again, it's
Oh,
an advantage
how
for
much
you.
is the
Like,
discount, by the way?
discount is 20%. So of
But
course,
the Godrej company is giving me a 30% discount. Why should I not buy their AC?
but they are not giving all the benefits that we are giving to you.
Okay.
Like I told you that it would not consume more electricity because it has that features. It is
Hmm.
very, it is the
Is
new
it a
one,
smart
and
AC? Is it a
yeah,
smart AC?
it is a
Oh,
smart AC. You can say
okay.
it is
That's
the
good.
smartest. Yeah.
Smartest AC. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Very good selling line, by the way. Right? The smartest AC, because there are many smart ACs in the town, but nobody
Exactly.
claims it to be the smartest AC. So that's a very good line. The sales team would be very happy with you if you're working for a sales team. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. Speaking about some other things. Before
Yeah.
that, if you had to sell the tourism of your state, of your city,
Okay.
actually, Nagpur,
Yeah.
why would someone come to Nagpur and visit that place? What's good about Nagpur? That is also selling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think people should visit Nagpur when they are
Mm-hmm.
planning to have a tour
Mm-hmm.
of Maharashtra, because
Okay.
Nagpur relays on the middle part on our map, and Nagpur is also called as Orange City. So oranges are very famous in
Sorry.
Nagpur. You will get a taste of orange burfi when you visit to Nagpur. We have very beautiful temple that is uh, Ganesh temple, like, okay, Lord Ganesha temple, Ganesh Tekri. It is very famous and it is a very old temple, so you will have a different vibe there. That is the one reason you should visit Nagpur. And now we have malls also in Nagpur. So if you really want to do shopping and all, you can do that here. Now the weather is also fine in this month. The weather is also pleasant in Nagpur. So I think, yeah, you should visit Nagpur. It has a very the food of Nagpur is very tasty. The chicken, Sauji chicken, is very famous of
Which
Nagpur.
chicken?
So
I
whenever
am very fond of
Sauji
chicken.
Sauji
Sauji chicken.
chicken, yeah, it's very
Sauji
famous
chicken.
in Nagpur and it's very spicy. Yum! It has, like, uh, try to find the chicken whenever they visit in Nagpur. That's Sauji chicken specially.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
What's the name? What's the name?
Sauji chicken.
Spelling? What's the spelling of it?
Saogi.
Why this name, by the way? Is there any history behind it?
I don't know exactly the history, but Sauji, which means that's very spicy and it has a different taste. That's why they
Oh,
call
so
that.
is it
Yeah,
is it a Marathi word? Sauji?
yeah, yes,
Oh, it's not that obvious for me actually. I don't know Marathi at all.
yeah,
I know
obviously.
somewhat. Like whenever I speak to the speakers, I always learners actually. I always ask them to teach me a sentence or something. So they have taught me some sentences like "Kunala sangu naka."
Oh,
Although I don't know the meaning of it, by the way, but yeah, "Kunala
okay,
sangu naka" means don't tell anyone. I guess, is it?
exactly. Yeah, Kunala
Oh,
सांगू नका, don't tell anyone. Yeah, you know it.
Mikai Mante. Yeah, Mikai Mante. What I want to say,
What
like
I'm
that.
saying. Yeah, what
Yeah.
I'm saying or what
So
I want to say.
yeah. So I have learned some sentences in every language actually. In Telugu also. Sometimes people teach me, and I like that. So it would be better if you
Okay, it
teach me
seems
one
that
sentence at the end.
you're okay. Yeah, I'll definitely teach you.
Okay. You were saying something.
Yeah, like about Nagpur only, I feel so that now Nagpur is a metropolitan city also. So you will get a lot of opportunity when it comes to job or business, and
Okay.
that
If
is
I
also
have to start
benefit.
a business, is Nagpur a very good place to do that? And why?
Um, yeah, of course. I mean, Nagpur is a very good place to do that because Nagpur is a developing city, right? So when you start something, you will definitely get benefit out of it because people are always try to find something new. If you like offer some kind of speciality of your product or something, they would definitely attract. And people living in
Okay.
Nagpur are very simple. They
Okay.
easily get convinced or attract towards new things. So
In
yeah.
the state of Maharashtra, which place do you think is an education hub? Like in Uttarakhand, Dehradun is the education hub. It's changing to Haldwani now, but somehow education hub is in Dehradun. You would also find some wonderful schools of India in Dehradun. So
Oh, yeah,
likewise,
I
yeah,
have heard about it.
yeah,
Education
many
hub.
boarding schools,
Yeah.
Masuri and Dehradun, these are some prominent places for wonderful schools, boarding schools.
Okay.
Okay, likewise in Maharashtra, is there any education hub, some place that is popular for its education?
Okay. So when it comes to education, Pune, I think Pune is the best place to like go and get the education done from Pune. And of course, if you done your education from Pune, you will get a job over there only because they have a lot of opportunities. It's
Symbiosis, I think, is a wonderful institute there.
yeah,
Hmm.
the best university and
Actually, in
college.
India.
Best
Yeah,
college.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
symbiosis.
That
Yes.
is true. That is true. I have seen its map and some pictures from Symbiosis, and when I saw it, I was awestruck. Right, the building, the structure, and everything is so planned that we don't see in Uttarakhand actually, because Uttarakhand is a very newly formed state. Just in 2001 or 2000, yeah, 2000. Actually, we got a different state because it was earlier a part of Uttar Pradesh. So then we got segregated. So Uttarakhand became a new state, and there were some other states which were formed. So, but still, I feel that culture is pretty different here. People are very sweet over here, but at the same time, we don't get equal opportunities. People of Haldwani, actually, the people who moved out of Uttarakhand, who moved out of this place, got some opportunities and brought back those opportunities to Uttarakhand. But the people who try to make their careers in Uttarakhand, that becomes very difficult for them because the paying capacity of the state is not that good.
Okay, I think this is a story of every city or every state because when you get people from other city or other country, I think you preference to them, and I think I have also observed this. So yeah, when I came back from Pune, I think yeah, I got the job easily in Nagpur. But
Hmm.
before Pune,
Hmm.
when I was searching, no, it was difficult for me.
Did
That's
not get
why
that.
I went to Pune. Yeah,
I can
it's
understand. I can understand that. Hmm.
yeah.
People
People
actually ask for
actually like
good experience.
yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying that people actually ask for experience nowadays. Tell me, you were saying something.
Yeah, and people
Please go.
actually underestimate their own people, and they try to they feel that when the person is from some other city or some other state, they would have
Hmm.
something new, like
That is the
learn from
irony,
them.
Arushi. That is the irony. The problem is that people always want innovative minds, but then they at the same time ask for 5 years of experience. Now, what is this stupidity, right? If you want some innovation, you won't find that innovation in a
Yeah,
5-year-old person, 5-year-old in terms of job. You cannot find it there, right? You can find it in an innovative mind, a fresher. So I think internships should be increased in India. Right now, internship is a sector which is undervalued. People don't want to get into internships. They want directly to go into companies, right? I think internship
absolutely.
should be
Yes,
a better place because it's not that high paying also, but at the same time get some wonderful experience in the company, right? How to
exactly. You will
work and
get to know
everything.
a lot of things. You will learn a lot of things in internship.
Okay,
Yes,
who would
but
you
I think
hire?
students too.
Yeah, who would you hire if you had a company of your own? Who would you hire? An innovative person or a person who has got a 25-year-old experience? And
Of course.
your company is about something creative.
I would definitely hire innovative person because I think he would help me with a lot of ideas. And if a person is
Mhm.
experienced, I think he has already shared his ideas with other companies. And what would I do with the
Hmm.
repeated ideas? So obviously, a
Very
new
good.
person, creative, innovative. Yes,
Wonderful answer. Wonderful answer. Because over the period of 25 years, I think that person would have shared everything that he had, and now is not left with anything. That is
exactly.
why he would be paid pension after some time and be resting at home.
Exactly. And he wouldn't have the same like enthusiasm and interest because he has
That's true.
already worked for 25 years and
Yeah, for company
now
making, you need
working.
younger minds, right? That's important.
Exactly.
For
Yeah.
making a company big, you need some people who can sacrifice on salary and time, right? Right now, Indians are into that search of finding work-life balance. Now, that concept came from the US, and I know work-life balance is very important. I try to maintain it. I have my own thing running. I have my business, but still, I try to
Yeah.
maintain that work-life balance. But at the same time, if I get a work maybe at 1:30 in the night, I would do that because I know I'm responsible for my work. If I don't do it, if I say, yeah, it's family time and I'm not going to work at that point of time, I think that is stupidity because we are not living in a developed nation. First of all, let's understand the concept came from the US. That is a developed nation and
Yeah.
have been a developed nation for a long time. But a country like
Yes.
India, it's still developing and it needs some blind efforts. That is what is missing. That people already want to rest on their laurels. That is what is the case. They want to just enjoy their past achievements and don't want to do more. Okay.
Exactly. And when you said that as when like you got a call to work on 1:30 in such scenarios, I think we need experienced people. So a company
Mm.
would need like young minds and experience both. Then only they would have
Blend
good
of both.
yes
Yeah, yeah.
rate of both.
It
Yes.
needs both of them actually. You cannot outrightly say that experienced people are just
Exactly.
old people and
Yeah.
you cannot get anything out of them.
Of
Experiences
course not.
actually, in failure, in times of failures, they are the most valuable assets, I think, because the kind of
Agree.
motivation they can give, because they might have already faced such a scenario. Like in the pandemic of COVID, why were we so tensed? Because even our grandparents had never seen such a scenario, right? They
Yeah.
had
So
never
we
seen such a
had
scenario.
no. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had no
So
history. We got panicked and all.
I,
Yeah.
I still remember the time when I asked my grandmother when this pandemic came into form, and I asked her that, have you seen such a thing earlier? Although speaking in Kumaoni or Hindi because she doesn't understand English. So I asked her, do you even know of such a thing happening earlier? She said, I have lived for 85 years and I have never seen such a thing. So she had never seen
Okay.
such a big thing, and in uh, you know being so widespread, that is the worst part of COVID, that it is so widespread and people are
Yeah.
not being able to control it. Correct.
Because we were
Oh,
not prepared, we were not expecting that things, and that's why. Yes.
yeah. But I think now this generation should understand that in every 100 years, I think we have such a pandemic. Like the last time we had that Spanish flu, we had a plague before that in 1820,
Yeah.
and then 2020 again we have had this pandemic. Maybe in 3020 again we'll have something. Whatever.
Now for 100 years we can relax.
Yeah, but but my parents who are already 65 or 70, they would always say that our life is ending now, and we had to see such a pandemic. So they had to see it at the end of their lives,
Oh,
so that is why they're so tensed about it.
I
Although this
hope they are
problem has not
safe.
gone away, they are
Yeah.
completely safe. All of us had COVID virus, so we were in a very problematic state some time back. I also had to cancel a lot of classes, so many of my learners were also angry with me. But I already explained them that later that yeah, I had to go because I was even falling short of oxygen. So that was also the case.
Oh my
So
God.
it was a very difficult situation back then. Were you
Then it's
ever
better.
positive with COVID?
Yes, I had. But
Oh,
but thank God I was not that serious. It was like normal for me and for my
okay.
mother. Yeah.
How was your experience while staying at home? Did you ever think
Uh,
that okay, it might end my life somehow?
No, not at all. I was just panicked for 2 to 3 days just because of my mother. She was very serious, and that was the only thing. Like,
Hmm.
I get frightened when I remember those days.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Even my
for me,
mother.
it was fine. It was
Hmm.
fine, and I was like praying that I would like my report should be positive so that I can take leave from office and I can take care of my mom. So my
Oh
story
my
was
God.
very strange. Yeah,
That's so cruel on yourself, right? Being positive, praying to
you
be
can say
positive.
that because yeah, because I was
You
sure that
wanted to
I
take
can
care of
handle
him.
it and I can beat it. Yeah, but my mom,
This is the
there was
power
no
of
one,
Indian
so
woman.
I had.
This is
Oh
the
my
power.
God,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good, good.
yes,